Hello everybody, as you probably know, it's me, the Theredmagekro, and welcome back to Unicorn Overlord. And we are going to go to a couple of the Tomb of the Animal, or whatever the hell it's called, because we do... Have I not been to that one? Hold the fuck, wait. You're joking. I haven't been to this one in particular. Okay! I guess. Oh, that's funnily enough, I guess. I don't really know how... I'm noticing a bunch of things here. I don't know exactly how dangerous a lot of these are, especially seeing as how some are from Drakenhold versus like the area that's, you know, part of the Bestrels. So it is kind of spooky in a sense. But luckily we got teams far and wide that are built to like get specific things done. We got the bow, which is pretty good bow. Like, look, there's like this little section right here. I don't know if that's just something that like I didn't... No, it just kind of ends there, so... Yeah, but there should be like one right... We need to go to, I think, this one. So that we can board the ship. So we can go to the door. There'll be something there. Lex should be able to... no one here really... Yeah, we have to flat out defeat that. We gotta kill every single Wyvern Master and all of them. So... need people that'll kind of defeat them, which... The only ones I can think of are bow people, and we're particularly... I don't think we're ready for that. I mean, we probably are. There we go. That works. Bada bing, bada boom. Gotta get rid of a couple of things, but hey, it's good. Now we got Zephyros' Sphere. Okay. Now that that's all been taken care of, Sanctuary, Stone Circle. The last one that we know of is that one, which I think we go here. Oh. Might be here. Now we go over. Nope, they put us up here. Oh, this place has a harbor. Okay. Alright, so this is where we want to be. This one. There we go. Sure, we got a shield. pretty good. Alright, now that's, I think, all of them that we primarily have. That we have found. Don't think that we have any particularly in our area. Just a bunch of stone circles. Okay, so let's go ahead and, continue with the story. Got quite a couple of pretty good jazzery. Oh, running. I come bearing urgent news. The rebel army's at our doorstep. They truly did find a way in. Come, this is no time to ponder. We must prepare to raise the barrier at once. Right you are. I'll see you at the castle once I've finished. By the grace of the Tyrannos. Oh, capital. Rosalinde, are you certain your sister is being held in that castle? I am. Zenora could never rule Elfheim if they slew the hope of its people. They choose to keep her hostage instead. Conversely, we can deal quite the blow to their influence if we were to rescue her. Indeed. Battle ahead would be an arduous one. To be sure we're ready before we make way to the castle. Okay, so we can just go straight to the castle. Cool. This land belongs to the elves and none others. You've no business here. Be gone. Oh god. You saw me in the bushes. How dare he? Okay, this one will be nice. This one will be quick, so we'll get it over with. And this is kind of like the problem with me kind of power creeping the elves. Now it's just kind of like beat all of them as fast as you possibly can. Oh, hey, look, it's night. Guess what?
Let's stay calm out there whenever you need me. Heading there now. It's time to prove myself. Let's keep going.
That'll be tough.
Brace yourself.
We're dwindling.
So far, so good. Not a problem.
Oh, look at that. They did it. Bada bing, bada boom. What can you do?
Let's keep going.
Except die to my army. That's what they basically be doing. It's sad. The Liberation Army, yes. My thanks for all you done. Us mercenaries were charged with keeping the peace here in Kintaria on behalf of the Elven Seer. It wasn't long before Zenora came and laid waste to our ranks. We barely even had a chance to fight back. Failure would be haunting me to the ends of my days had you not resolved it for us. Thank you. Okay, die. Dang it, I'm in such a, like... I don't mean...
May fortune bring what you seek among my quality wares.
First killer... Okay, we'll grab those.
A fine choice.
I don't think I need any, like, regular items anymore. Another stones. Oh, hey! Lane, Seb, for long the Zenoran reign of centuries past in the Age of Myth where colossal worms ruled the skies. It said that these stone circles were constructed to gather star iron, which hurled down from the heavens above. Wait here a moment, I'll see if there's any star iron left within. Oh. Here's what I managed to find, Elaine. Speaking of the Age of Myth, it's also said that 5 great heroes once struck down a mighty daemon who threatened the world over. I understand, statues honoring these 5 were built in the snow-ridden lands of Basterios to the north. Not only that, but it claimed they relinquished powerful weapons in exchange for the very... Oh. Seems a little more than an idle fairy tale, but I expect it could provide worth... I see. So you're telling me that these are right here require star iron. Oh, I am now giddy. I want it. I want it bad. Okay. We're making this the collection episode, I guess. Because now we're getting, like, powerful items, and I'm going to make sure that, like, we get it. I would assume that they probably want, like, maybe 5 each. Possibly. Like, if I had to guess, that's probably what's going to be wanted, but for all I know, it could be 3, could be 2. But we don't exactly have, you know, a lot. It could be 10. Like, just, you know, seeing how many, freaking locations there are. Could be a lot more than, like, I'm really giving it, you know, worth. But we're definitely going to collect all that we can. Dang it, I went to the opposite side. Because regardless, these things are going to be freaking worth it. Really powerful items, you guys can't tell me that wouldn't be good, and especially to take on the Colosseum. I want to take on the Colosseum. I want to do it soon to get me a giant woman, and I'm not going to stop singing that, because it is very accurate to the portrayal of the lady that I am singing it to. Because she is beautiful, and I would very much like to have my own giant woman. A giant woman! Oh, god dang. Purple, wolf, okay. I should be able to head from this house, grab the last of the star iron, and then make my way to those monuments and see which ones that I can grab. I probably want an axe. Just primarily because we don't have any good axe weapons, I feel. I could be very much lying to myself. I mean, a good staff weapon, too, you know? Let's see. This statue is dedicated to the staff-wielding hero of legend. At its feet lies a hollow seemingly made for an offering of star iron. Legend speaks true. Presenting such a gift will reward us with a powerful staff indeed. It's 5. Okay. Plus 5 star iron. Boom! Meteorite rod. It seems the sewers of these statues were no mere myth. Use this weapon well, Elaine. Okay, I do want the axe one. I wonder if I'm able to get one more meteorite axe. How much do I have? I think I have... I can get a majority of them, actually. Spear, I think, would be good. Meteorite lance. Go with the bow. Bow be good. Look at those birds. Got a couple of... Oh, I mean... Alright. Means that the last one is the bow, unless... So I can just, like, offer up as many star pieces as I want. That seems kind of crazy. So I'm going to give him, I think, the meteorite sword. Give her the meteorite. Do I just make this the meteorite? Well, I didn't get the meteorite bow. No! You don't really need to use the staff. He has the King's Axe Dragon. Labrys! Holy cow. Like, how does the meteorite axe kind of... I mean, it makes him much, much weaker, I feel. Oh, no, you're not Nils, you're Constantine. He doesn't need a guard rate, is the unfortunate part. So I think that, like, who has a spear and needs to guard more? Oh no, I like your weapon. I think it would have to be you. You can go ahead and use the meteorite spear. As for the axe, he never uses the sanguine frickin' jazz. But he also doesn't have a guard rate. But you do. Yes. But you can have it, Berengaria. Okay. Now, we got some much better weaponry. And still haven't really given an idea on who gets the sword. I wouldn't mind if it went to Lex, to be perfectly honest. Because then he can defend her and shield bash. But it also gives evasion. So I feel like if I gave it to anyone, it would have to be a thief, I feel. Yeah, it just kind of feels right. So it would have to go to Travis. I also got like a good year. Which also gives evasion. I give it to Dina. I mean, you know, part of me is like thinking, why not? You know what, why not? We got like a good bow, and honestly, like... yeah, has evasion to it. Which I think that she would probably benefit the most from. And she has 4 attacks now, making this, like, really, really good, I feel. Maybe. I don't know. Either way. Decent weapons. Let's continue. And I gotta somehow find time to give Our Lady more EXP, because right now she's at 10.
The barrier is complete, Teras.
Are you certain about this, my lady? The crystals show that Ter Rosalinda walks with the enemy.
Rosalinda, you say? Finally, an opportunity to be rid of her for good. Cut her down with the rest of those vermin.
I wasn't asking you. What do you suggest, Teras?
I've no cause to disagree.
I don't like your voice.
Any who aid the rebels must pay with their lives. My sister is no exception to that. Slay her, if you must.
As you command.
Need I remind you who reigns over this land, Lord Gailey? You are to advise on military strategy, nothing more.
I understand, my lady.
Then prove it.
I don't like her. But she's probably being mind controlled.
Damned witch. My house was the most decorated in all of Cornia, and she has the gall to treat me like a common peasant.
I mean, royalty versus the rich. Just saying, you're technically poor to her. Hey, look there! There aren't any bridges between the different parts of the city! Does that mean elves can fly? Don't be ridiculous. The bridges of Larenthal are simply submerged whenever its denizens seek to prevent an invasion. Huh? More concerning, though, is the magic barrier surrounding the castle itself. If even a single bridge is submerged, the barrier will form in defense of the court. In other words, we need to raise every bridge in the city if we want to break through. Oh. And the only way to do that is by capturing each smaller district within. Very well. We will start by directing our attention there. Okay. So that just kind of means you
Let's stay calm out there. Where should I
will
go?
go and deal with them. That means Bruno probably want to stick to the road.
Need something?
But I'm going to have Bruno head over there. Let's see. You know what? You guys
Joining the battle. Your orders,
go
please.
and capture over
Right
there.
away.
And then, last but not least,
Got the sting of a
you guys
scorpion.
can stay there.
Time to prove myself.
You don't stand a chance.
We'll do that so that they don't get any way, shape, or form damage. So
Enjoy
you're gonna
that.
need everything they can get.
I'm ready to fight.
Dimitri's unit is
Unit defeat.
definitely
What should I do?
a garrison that.
As you command. We've secured it. Your orders, please. Right away.
You know what? No,
What should I do?
take them out.
As you
Do
command.
it. Make it easier for everyone
Allow
else.
me. That's enough out of them. Your orders, please. Right away.
Whenever you need me. Understood. Someone must have dropped this. Where should I go?
Why there was a barricade
Heading there
thing
now.
in the water, that's beyond me.
Show me
Don't
what
even
you
know if that's even usable at this point.
Impressive, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
got. I'll take that.
Brace yourself. So far, so good. Whenever you need me. Advancing.
Want some of this?
Honestly, everyone's making some
see that?
good solid moves where they need to be.
Not a problem.
Still, nothing's going terribly wrong.
Looks like
I can
win.
only assume that,
This will
you know,
come in
how
handy.
soon
Your orders, if you would.
that
Heading there
will
now.
even remotely last.
Sir.
I've captured it.
Whoa, 1 second nothing, the next a bridge! Calm yourself, will you? There's still 3 more of us to raise. Who knew war could be so much fun? Yeah. You've gone far enough, rebel scum. God dang it, this voice is coming back for every person with a big shield. With me, man!
Brace yourself. Let's keep going.
You don't have to worry because of the people
I'm
who
ready to
are
fight.
defending our flank.
Enemy unit defeated.
Nice, we cut them down before primarily any other units can
Yeah. Sure,
you know, get in his way, which is good. I don't think Dimitri is gonna be. Good work, everyone. That's half the bridge is raised.
I'm up. Easy.
Yeah, see, he has 3, and there are basically 3 there.
Allow me.
Gonna be rough for Dimitri's gang.
On to the next.
I could
What should I do? As you your orders, please. Sir, I await your next
just do
orders.
this.
Wherever you'd like me. As you command. What should I do?
Any... No.
I'm ready to fight. I have this one. That's enough out of them. Your orders, please. Right away.
And now all that's really left is Bruno to capture
Allow
the last one.
Enemy unit defeated. Show me what you got.
It shouldn't come as a surprise.
Consider it ours.
Last breed. That's 3 down. One more bridge and the barrier will fall. What? Already? Just curious, but will they go back down if you push the button again? Please don't. Stupid Max, I love you.
What should I do? Sir.
God, I love this stupid idiot
I'm
guy
ready to
of
fight.
mine, Lex.
That's enough out of them. Want some of this?
You see, how close are they?
Just say the word.
Just, you know what? Go ahead, deploy Lex.
They will know
Just
what hit
like,
'em.
just show them who's boss Lex.
This one's mine.
Oh, they're still alive.
Pure
Yeah.
strength's not everything. Bullseye!
Kind of guessed that I could garrison that, and by garrisoning it, I would at the very
Show me what you
least,
got.
right, get extra points towards the end.
Bet that hurt. Need something? Heading over.
So, what next?
You don't stand a chance. We got time to sit down? Yeah?
I don't think I'm gonna have to use one of the small nuts. I think that when he garrisons, he gets like a little bit of stamina
Need
back,
something? Easy. Mine now.
right? Yeah.
The barrier has fallen.
What? I see your useless soldiers are ever eager to drag my reputation through the muck.
This is no time to be casting stones, Lord Gate.
Right.
You've sat idle in safety while the battle has raged outside. Deal with them yourself, if it's such a blow to your esteem.
Ooh.
You dare think me a man of empty
Yes.
words? Very well then. I'll show just how sharp my spear can sting. But I'd like a demonstration of the wise and great seer's might in return.
So be it. I don't share your aversion to combat.
Good.
Ooh. 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 Ikalinde, it's really her. Not exactly how I'd picture seeing a hostage, though. Yes, she looks like she's likely fell victim to Zenora's magic of control. In which case, the battle may be our only recourse. Come, we commence march with haste.
Yeah.
Bruno, it's all you. Knock 'em dead. I walk this lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. You can heal, apparently.
You see that?
It seems to me like the elves can heal, and healing's definitely good while also being able to DPS. Which is very good.
Enjoy that.
And seeing how the mighty Linde
You don't stand a chance.
basically is with us, I'm going to see what they basically do.
The magical energies of Ervelda surge forth. Now then, Lord Gailey, let us witness this spear you so often boast of.
Ooh.
Spare me the orders, witch. These rebel scum shall perish in my
How
wake.
dare you?
We'll have you return to us soon enough, Vinisa.
Ooh, guard seal.
Enjoy this.
Ah, but they removed debuffs.
Not finished yet.
I'll heal you. Enjoy this.
Sort this out.
Don't move.
Can't get up.
Healing you. Cheer up.
Okay, you know what? This might actually be a pretty good team now.
That must have hurt. A temporary fix.
I like this somehow. Somehow this just works.
Murder them.
Take care of yourself.
You seeing this? I'll cut them off.
Ooh! That was cool, actually.
It's mine now.
So hurt. Don't move.
Not happening.
Toxic throw! Yay! And a crit.
What a joke. Don't move. Cheer up.
Dude. She's good.
Ridiculous.
His Grand Smash is good. I like it.
You're mine.
My well-laid plans shattered into 1,000 pieces. Yeah!
Impressive, aren't you?
Okay, you know what?
Can't lift a muscle.
She's found her place, I think. Well, I know that there's like a lot of better team comps with Berengaria. One of them being primarily with Elaine. But yet again, I don't necessarily want to focus on, you know, doing team comps that are good. I want to focus on doing team comps that I make and having them do good. I guess. Even though I don't fully understand how the system works and what's the best course of action, you know, that's just kind of how I want to play this first one.
Is she restored?
I believe so, yes.
I'm sorry, Eltalinda. I never wanted to hurt you.
So, Baltro's spell can be broken,
Who goes there? Show yourself.
Oh,
I'm right here, boy.
hello.
Master,
Oh, and she's the
Yana,
same thing
it's been
as
years.
Berengaria.
on your guard, Elaine. I learned everything I know from this woman, the sorceress Alcina.
The very person who helped Zenora conquer our lands.
So it was you.
Oh, you're sort of lame.
Poor little Elaine. You've come to resemble him so deeply.
Yes, he actually has.
It's you in there, isn't it? The real you, not one of Zenora's puppets.
which means it was you controlling Eltalinda.
You misunderstand, child. Our magic does not simply make marionettes of its victims.
Then what does it do? My sister would never have conspired with Zenora by her own free will.
And why should I answer that exactly?
Ooh, menacing.
We'll make you answer.
Oh, you've left your back guard.
Sheltering myself in the girl's body took more than its fair share of magic. It seems this is where I make my exit. Farewell for now. But don't worry, Elaine. We'll meet again soon enough.
That's not good. It's never good when a witch knows how things work. Just ain't.
You have my utmost gratitude, Prince. And my humble apologies as well. I have to thank you too, Elaine. I'd
Okay.
never have seen Eltalinda again if
Her
not for
dress
your
at the
help.
very bottom is
I'm just
see-through.
happy to see you both reunited. As for that apology,
Lovely.
you needn't blame yourself for what happened. Alcina's magics made you an unwilling captive. There lies no fault in that.
Your kindness knows no bounds. And it heartens me to see you safe and sound, Yonisa.
I owe my health to Elaine here just as much as you do. All because of a revelation he had that told him to come find you.
Me?
Indeed, at the urging of a self-named great sage within a sanctuary in Cornia, he claimed that in order to defeat Galerius, I must meet with the Turdanos of Elheim and unbind the Ring of the Unicorn. If you know anything about how such a feat may be accomplished, I beg you, tell me.
I understand now what you're after, but I fear I lack the knowledge you seek. Though I have laid eyes on some old texts that spoke of your ring.
And where can I find such texts?
In the Nasthirion, the Tower of Thorns in your language. It houses an archive only I may enter,
Ooh.
within which lie histories that predate the founding of our nation, as well as records of arcane rituals and magics. I can recall a treatise regarding the unicorn being mentioned in one such record.
Ooh, that sounds lovely.
The spire stands to the west of this castle, and is a site most sacred to dark elves like me.
Oh.
But unfortunately, it now rests in Zenoiran
And we
hands.
need to defeat the
Then we
Zenoran.
make for it at once and reclaim it for the good of Elheim, provided we're able to do so. Would you be willing to grant me access to those texts you mentioned?
But of course, Prince. I will aid you however I'm able.
Apologies for the interruption, but the sun has nearly made its nest over the horizon. I bid you stay the night. I'll ready your beds.
Much appreciated. We'll do just that.
Yay! Please allow me to enlist people that I want. Oh,
Lord Gailey.
Kaylee's still alive. God
me to-
dang it.
Silence. Flesh heals, but my reputation never will. Though I'm not entirely out of options yet.
Oh.
Just wait, you miserable forest rats. It's time you learn what happens to those who cross
I don't
me.
like that. I really don't.
I'm grateful for all you've done, Prince. Lane, may our efforts bring peace to this land once more.
Nice. Elvis Siblis. As an elven Siblis, Etelinde bears healing skills which far outstrip those of an elven augur. Summon fairies will be dismissed when using Elemental Roar, up to 5 fairies. Okay. So she seems to be the stronger out of all of them. Mother Elf. Mother Elfer. Ah! That's great. I love it. Wait. We can choose whether or not we want Dark Elves or... Oh my god! Okay, let's see what they have.
May fortune bring what you seek.
Pike,
My quality wares.
Conrobe, that beast. The plume would be good, but I'm kind of already out of being able to do just about anything.
A fine choice.
So, yay. I really gotta give, like, all of these, I gotta, like, get all of these, items and, like, take a look over them.
'Tis an honorable task.
Like, just, man. Everything that's here. Oh, graveyard. Okay. Oh, please, 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 please. No, no, no. You look a little bit different. Like, the helmet looks different. Am I going crazy with, like, a couple of things? A sadness in my heart. There's only one thing that I want. This gate has been magically sealed. I may be able to open if we can find a way around. Ooh. What's going on here? Oh!
Gaily, this is where he ran off to.
Why would he head deep into the forest rather than flee Elheim entirely?
The only reason could be Ehrenfelda.
No, not the tree! I feel that's not a word I'm familiar with.
It's the divine tree that guards these lands, sheltering innumerable fae within its bounds.
I'm not sure what Gaily is after, but it cannot be good!
Indeed, I beg you, Elaine, we must give chase.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very good. It sounds like he's ready to burn the place to the ground, like he has his burning spear crud, you know? Hey, good.
Those damned rebels have ruined everything. And unfortunately, the witch is far too cunning to let them slit her throat so easily. If she tells Galerius of what's happened, we'll find ourselves in even hotter water.
I don't mean to challenge you, Lord Gaily, but what are you hoping to accomplish by staying here?
Simple-minded fool. We're the last survivors of an army defeated. Say we ran home to Zenora with our tails tucked tightly between our legs. What do you think would become of us?
What are you implying, sir?
We'd be executed.
No, I don't want to die.
I have a family back home.
Oh, I feel so bad for him, no!
Enough of your blubbering. Even if we wanted to escape Elheim, we would have no way of making it through that cursed winding wood. No. What we need to do now is secure a new route in instead. The witch may not have found it a tasteful method, but the way to shatter their spell is simple enough.
Burn everything to the ground. God freaking dang it. I hate when I'm right.
This blaze is uncontrollable.
Such foul disrespect for nature. If Ehrenfelda is lost, the Fae... No, this very land will perish with it.
Then we must see this inferno extinguished. We should hurry.
That's not good. It's never good. I knew it was going to happen. Oh no.
This is horrible. How could they do such a thing? At this rate, our sacred Ehrenfelda will burn to ash, and Elheim will lose its divine protection. Please, Elaine, you must save our lands from this terrible fate.
The divine effigies of the region should bring enough rain to quench the flames. We'll have to hurry. Extinguish the flames. Capture all enemy outposts. Right, so we're gonna go ahead, get everyone that we can who has a fast movement. Got it. You're fast. You're fast.
Witness true chivalry.
You guys are fast.
Let's stay calm out there.
And we will just kind of have
Got the sting of a scorpion.
these
At your
guys,
service.
and then we're gonna hasten.
Where should I go?
If I have to.
And then we're gonna hasten call too.
I
You
can
have
do
to be
this.
stronger than your orders, if you would. Understood.
They can go
Nowhere
back
is too
that
far.
way, just in case it does become night.
I'll not let Clive outdo me.
They'll be able to get it. And
As
have them
decreed.
go that way. Now they zoom.
A futile
They
endeavor.
zoom, zoom, zoom. Do 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 do. Bam, bam,
A
bam.
lacking bout, frankly.
Like honestly, that's an
Do
oldie
you
but a
realize
goodie
who
right
you
there.
defy? Vanquished.
God, man, look how fast she goes.
I shall teach you the lunacy of your ways. Is that all? What are your orders, my prince? I depart.
Not a problem. Looks like I win. Whenever you need me. Advancing.
And we'll just have them kind of
Got the sting of a scorpion.
stick right here.
Location secured.
Divine Rain.
They.
Look, the flames are dying down.
Get going, Elaine.
Now come on, let's keep it up.
Face me and be cut down.
I'm gonna take a couple of these to like really get the fire
Victory is ours.
down and out. But at the very
Do you
least,
realize who you defy?
we get the
Vanquished.
fire that's near the tree
I stand ready.
down
once.
faster.
In the name of the liberation.
I'll not let Clive outdo me. As decreed. What are your orders, my prince? At once.
At your service. Sir.
Where should I go?
What? No cooldown for this?
Whenever you need me.
Thanks a ton. You're nothing. It seems you've misjudged me.
There was a witch here. Did the witch teleport? Question mark.
It's impolite to take what's not yours. And yet, I shall teach you the lunacy. I require a rest. Your will shall be done.
Is there anyone who can? No. Okay. You know what? No, just eat a hot crossbow. Why? Because I'm just
What are
going
your
to.
orders, my prince?
I need
As
to get
decreed.
that. I want you to.
Nowhere is too far.
There's
Understood.
that.
Do you realize who you defy? Is that all? Your will shall be done. I depart anon. I shall teach you the lunacy. A lacking bout, frankly. We've taken it as our own.
I pray for your victory, brave warriors of the Cornerian liberation. Please take this.
I'll take it off your hands.
It's you, Terrace. We thank you for coming to our aid. Please allow us to offer you our gratitude. But before you go, are there any elven archers among your ranks? A merciful rain skill may just be able to extinguish the flames. Please, own Knights of the Liberation.
Ooh, okay.
No
Oh,
mercy.
they have rain. That's right.
Dead and buried. I stand ready. At once. Nowhere is too far.
Go to the rain
Understood.
effigy, please.
Where should I go?
Yes, yeah, I do. Dude, these effigies, they really go far.
I'll not let Clive outdo me, as decreed. What are your orders, my
Actually,
prince?
please
At
kill
once.
him, because he's just going to, like, bow and
Do you
arrow you
realize who you
guys
defy?
way too often.
Is that all? I'll not let Clive outdo me. I depart. This ground belongs to the Liberation.
Your orders, if you would.
So much rain!
Done.
Your will shall be done.
Like that, all the fire's been put out. Looks like that's all the fire taken care of. The cursed worms meddling in my plans at every turn. Underestimated you, Prince. Seems you're more of a mere figurehead atop the failing revolution. All the same, I'll never fall to the likes of you. The ashes of this infernal tree will pave the way to Zenora March. There'll be no end to Galley's barbarianism. Should we leave him to his own devices? Come, we bring this saga to a close here and now.
I'll not let Clive outdo me. At once.
At your service.
You know what? Actually, go ahead and make up like a new. No. Bruno.
Let me at him.
Bruno, my man, my guy, my dude.
Easy.
I need you to do me like a nice little favor.
A feudal
You know, a
endeavor.
favor that like I feel like only I can trust onto you. You know,
Do
just
you
because you've dealt
realize
with the
who you
man
defy?
before.
It shames me to admit it, but I can ride no further.
Go, level this darn forest to the ground. Punks, they're starting more fires. Come on, Elaine, we gotta get to that garrison. I'm gonna praise at that one.
I stand ready.
I shall teach
Kinda
you
thought
the
he was
lunacy
gonna
of
like
your ways.
do more fires, but eh.
I require a rest.
Oh, there's even more here.
At your service. Nowhere is too far.
Alright, all fire has been put out. Battle! Let's see what he says.
This marks twice that you rebel mutts have meddled in my affairs, yet this time shall be the last. Ready yourselves.
Did you really think we'd let these atrocities go unpunished? Well, you were dead wrong. You'll suffer the very same pain you've inflicted upon our forest.
We burn them!
Better heal up. Lay down!
Enjoy this. Get up.
Healing you. Grant them succor.
Ah, see, like, I need to, like, edit that to, like, where he only uses the defense under a certain amount of life threshold.
I'll smash about time.
Dude. He's a madman. I love him. Oh no!
Allow me.
Calm yourself. Oh, you can beat me?
You got this, Bruno.
Show me what you got. You see that?
Yay, we got the flame javelin. That's gonna be so good. Succeeded in my battle, my prince, but it appears Gaily has fled yet again. Allow me to give chase, if you will. There's something I wish to ask him. Very well, then. Apprehend the man before you can embark on any further pursuits. The rest of us shall remain here and douse these flames before it's too late. Dang. I mean, Hodrick, of all people, I mean, he probably recognizes him from the house that he serves, maybe.
Sorry, Lord Gaily, but this is as far as you go.
Feckless swine! You dare betray me!
You said it yourself, sir. Our heads would be hoisted on pikes if we crawled back to Zenoira empty-handed, which is why we'll bring them a nice offering instead.
Fools! You truly think my rotting corpse would convince them to let you live? Your hands are just as tarnished by this failure as mine. Luckily for you, I know a way to wash them clean and earn your freedom in the process.
Save your lies for the damned. Perhaps they'll be willing to listen.
Oh.
Now, go peacefully, will you? It's clear you're struggling to even stand as it is.
No!
Witless curse. I would never yield to the likes of you.
Then I've no choice but to make you yield!
Oh, man.
It seems we're too late. 'Tis a lamentable end to perish at the hand of your own soldiers.
Come to laugh at my demise, have you? Go on then. Mock me all
Oh, wait,
you
why is
want.
she here?
I'd rather
Bernice.
get some answers instead. Do you remember what you said the day you expelled me from the Order?
Oh.
No matter how mundane the scandal, Cornia must be shielded from its corroding touch. And with that, I was out. Barred from the very faction I had worked all my life to reach. What happened to the man so firmly dedicated to the betterment of his kingdom?
Open your eyes. That same man lies dying before you.
Tell me, Gaily, for what purpose did you forsake the throne? You surely knew that Sir Joseph and Prince Elaine lived on. Why abandon them and cast your fickle allegiance at Zenoira's feet?
To me, there exists no Cornia without Queen Elenia at its helm. Our kingdom perished the moment she did.
All the more reason to aid her son, to build Cornia anew with Her Majesty's own flesh and blood.
To the gates of hell with her son. The boy's cursed father left this world, yet lacked the grace to leave Elenia's heart with it. Besides, what right have you to denounce my deeds?
Oh, he was taken
I
back by
stood
that.
as my queen's shield until the bitter end. Whereas you, Joseph, you fled like the coward you are.
Oh, was he a part of the very beginning, like, scene, by chance? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to I'll definitely have to replay this and figure that out. Gaily.
the mercy of the stars, Ervelda is safe once again. And we have you to thank for it, Prince.
Well, that's good.
I'm only glad it didn't meet any serious harm. But I have to wonder, why did Gaily wish to burn it down?
Our divine tree has grown for millennia, steadily accumulating an immense amount of magical energy.
Oh.
That energy, the vital essence of life itself, is bestowed through its boughs to all beings small and large throughout this land. Beings such as the Fae, who use its power to protect our home from the impurities of the outside world.
They're the ones responsible for the Winding Wood.
Yeah?
Come to see the tree,
The
Yana.
Fae has a way
I wanted to pay my respects, yes.
of messing with you.
It's not often you get to gaze upon the divine. But as I was saying, the Winding Wood plays host to an almost immeasurable swarm of fairies.
Fairies.
They live in its greenery, rustling its branches and leaves, and in so doing, numbing the senses of any who try to pass. They've set armies astray, and debilitated others who wished harm on Elheim. In a way, their nature's own self-defense system.
But were we to lose Ervelda, we would lose the Fae along with it.
Not be any good.
The monster. Such wanton destruction, all to clear the path for Zenoira's advance.
I suspect it was Alcina who kept the man from his maniacal schemes until now. After all, she too would be left devoid of the Fae's power if the tree had burned. Either way, I'm glad it remains as lush as ever.
Yee.
And we have you and your army to thank for that. I truly couldn't be more grateful.
Good, that's good, that's good. Hells yeah. The divine guardian of Elheim. The grand sight indeed. Probably if we liberate all of Elheim and like help its people, that might be the primary place we have to go to in order to. Oh wow, really? We were low on the metal. In order to like get like the good stuffs. Just give me the elves that I want.
I used to be afraid of humans, but now I know some of you are really nice.
I'll keep it safe. I promise.
Oh no! Okay, you know what?
What marvelous architecture. Though in truth, none could be more wonderful than the unspoiled nature of these lands.
Indeed, not even Cornia can boast such verdant forests.
Yet I'll not deny our nation bears far more greenery than ours, at least.
What is it, Ramona?
Look above us, in the sky. Have you ever seen such magnificent birds before?
Only in Elheim, I suppose. They're quite the striking features, now that I observe them more closely.
Likely as a means of adapting to their environment. All life in Fevrith has developed in such a manner. Why, speaking of birds, there exists a breed in Bastorius which can swim through the ocean with elegance of a noble carpet penguins!
It must feel wonderful. Possess the freedom to roam either sky or sea, whenever the fancy strikes them.
Alas, that particular variety of bird are incapable of conventional flight entirely. What? Ah, what a lustrous glow this mushroom boasts. Wonder what they taste like. Must ask in town if they're poisonous first. Only there was a library I could consult on the matter.
You truly are similar, you know?
I'm sorry. I speak of you and Unifi, of course. The mannerisms are nigh identical. You mean to imply I'm as excitable as a teenage girl? Still, I can't exactly help myself. There's much of the world I've never seen, having lived in Pistorius my entire life.
I understand how you feel. Whenever our march brings us to new lands, I'm struck by the insatiable urge to know every last detail of the region. After all, you never know what wonders may await behind a neighboring tree or a distant mountain.
It appears the two of us have more in common than I realize.
'Tis a welcome surprise, yes. I must admit, I'm impressed you noticed these birds at all, given how far away from them we stood.
Don't be. The eyes of an owl are inherently a great deal keener to those of an human.
A natural disadvantage, is it?
Unfortunately, yes. But feel free to let me know if you've ever discovered anything I haven't.
Oh, I shall.
Aww.
I wasn't planning on that, but yes. Yes, yes, please. Goodness, I just want so much for like one main thing. One thing is all I ask for, and I hope the frickin' what I saw will give it to me. I think it's the guy one. No. But I think that the one down here is probably going to be the one that allows me to hire the female version of the elven one I want. But for now, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this recording of Unicorn Overlord. Oh, man there. I'll see you all in the next part of the adventure. Bye bye. Bye bye. Woo!